Hey guys, so I wanted to do a little update since it's been about 2 months since the last channel update and I've uploaded a ton of new content since then. First of all, I want to thank every single one of you who watches my content and who's been very supportive since I started to take my channel and my content seriously. I've been blown away by the positive response so far. But that said, I decided that I need to give special thanks to the following people, and I'll apologise now if I accidentally mispronounce anyone's name. Okay, so those people are David Slay, Jessica Marnick, Kenny Newbury, Mefan Stevenson, Matthew Broussard, Meta Knight X2, Niemand, Stephen Temple, The Wax, and Wolfie Chris. I wanted to give personal shout-outs to those people because they were kind enough to either back me on Patreon or have bought me a coffee, which I'm blown away at. It really does make my day whenever that happens, and it's really helping me out with my current situation right now. And the donations are actually going back into the channel, specifically towards things which will make it a lot easier to produce content and make it a bit easier on my body to do stuff, and also various assistance with a couple of the health issues, but yeah, we're not going to dwell on those. Some people have said that they would love to back me or help me out financially, but they can't due to the many reasons, which is absolutely fine. I've been doing this YouTube stuff now since about 2006, and I only started putting the donations up about 2 months ago after a lot of people said they wanted to help out. Again, if you can't donate or anything like that, that's perfectly cool, that's fine. But if you do still want to support me in the channel, outside of just liking what I do by subscribing and clicking the bell button, the next best thing is to just share my content with other people. Like, if you're a member of any subreddits, Discord servers, Facebook groups, or forums, or even on any kind of social media which talks about the stuff I do, or talks about the content that I'm sort of producing, please share the videos there, even if it's just something like a local retro gaming Facebook group. Sometimes even a single share in the right place can really help out in some amazing ways, and other lesser popular YouTubers, if you watch other people as well, they'd also appreciate stuff like that as well, so definitely don't forget to share as well, which is a huge help to lots of people. Anyway, like I said earlier, the response to my work so far has been incredible, and I'm starting to ask myself serious questions about how I can actually grow this and see if it's possible to make a bit of a long-term career out of this, but I freely admit I've got a long way to go before that looks like a very real possibility. So I wanted to take some time out just to talk about a few upcoming ideas and projects that I'm going to be working on. But first I want to talk about how I actually deliver my content to you. As you've probably noticed, I've been playing around a lot with the Premiere scheduling option because I really like it. I like the fact there is a live chat, and I enjoy talking to those of you who tune in for it. And I love watching your reaction to certain parts of the videos. For example, the double-decker bus racing in the Sega Roadshows video, I was laughing along with you guys when I saw the response in the chat for that one. And also in the Sonic Animations video, when Sonic CD popped up, the chat went nuts and I loved it. And also I loved the fact that you all reacted the same way to Binky in the Sega Lifeguard video. That made me laugh as well. But that said, I don't want to risk viewer fatigue when it comes to putting every big video up as a premiere. So I'll take a look at the numbers on the next few uploads and try and make informed decisions about what I think should and shouldn't go down as a premiere, because I'm also aware if I don't schedule big videos as a premiere, some of you might think, oh well, this isn't really worth watching. For now, if I upload something as a premiere, it's probably because there's something in it that I really want to see an actual live reaction from, not just read up on the comments later. And again, I love the comments. I read every single one of them, and I know lots of YouTubers say that, but I really do read them all because I love them. But anyway, let's move on. Let's talk about future content for the channel. So first of all, let me address the big thing that I keep getting asked. Has there been any news about the Sonic statue? No. If there was, I would have covered it. The only statue-related thing that I have to say right now is that I'm looking to make a small 3D printed figure of it. It's just a case of finding a place that will do 3D printing for me. So if you have any suggestions on how I can do that, please let me know. I'm coming up at a bit of a loss because the city that I live in, doesn't seem to have many places that do 3D printing. So yeah, ideas for how I can get that done will be appreciated. Let me know in the comments, please. So as for upcoming video projects, this is the thing I guess you want to know about. I will be doing a follow-up in time to the mascot costume video, and possibly the animation video. With the mascot costume video, the main issue is finding new content for it, since I covered virtually everything that I could possibly think of. Now there are some really awesome costumes that I missed, but even if I did include them all, it's still going to be quite a short video compared to the original, so I kind of want to find some more stuff, or even some new media of some of the costumes that I've already covered, just to make it worth your time. Now, with regards to the animation video, immediately after I published that video, I realised there was some which I missed, and I absolutely kicked myself afterwards. Like, I missed the animations from both the Wreck-It Ralph movies. I can't believe I forgot them. And I also missed some animations from a few game adverts that had material in it which wasn't in the final game. So yeah, there's a lot that I could probably put in there, but the big issue with that is I would be putting in stuff which is owned by Disney, so I really have to think outside the box on how I can talk about that and show that stuff without the Disney lawyers getting on the phone. Okay, so as for original projects, there's a few very obscure Sonic-related history things that I'm currently researching into, just to see if I can put something together. But as always, any suggestions you have are always welcome. Because the animation video, that was a suggestion from someone that was watching another video, and I really liked the idea. I think his idea was actually, why don't you look at Sonic cartoons? And I thought, there's a lot of videos about cartoons, what can I do that's different? And I thought, what about all kinds of animations, not just ones limited to the cartoons that everybody knows and watches? So that's how that video came about. It was mainly from a suggestion, which I kind of thought a bit more deeply and outside the box at. So even if you suggest something which I can't do because either there's a lack of information on the subject or it doesn't really go anywhere, I might find something else. For example, another example is when I was doing the mascot video, I stumbled across the Japanese stage plays, and that produced a pretty fun video, which I think a lot of you enjoyed. So yeah, suggesting stuff is always welcome, so feel free to use the comments to suggest possible topics. Another thing I might be looking at is I'm thinking about doing a video on extremely elaborate gaming promotions that no one really talks about. For example, where Sega was releasing Aliens Colonial Marines, there was a giant facehugger egg on the banks of the River Thames, and I just think that's really bizarre. Like, just forget about the game and how bad it is for a moment. There's a giant alien facehugger on the bank of the River Thames. And I know that when the original Street Fighter 2 was being released on the Sega Mega Drive and the Super Nintendo, I want to say that I remember seeing the Street Fighter characters being projected illegally onto the side of Parliament. So, yeah, I think that there might be something fun there that we could have a look at. And another possible thing is mascots from outside of Sonic. So let's take a look at let's take a look at the whole video game mascot spectrum, because I bet there's a lot of fun stuff there. I'd also like to do a character analysis again, like I did with Tails in Sonic Forces, although this one probably won't be anywhere near as long. I'll probably try and cut it down. I'd like to do stuff from Sonic again for that, and I'd also like to do stuff from other video games, because one character that I really do like, and I really like to do a topic about for a long time now, is Joel from The Last of Us. I think there's a lot more. I know he's a character that a lot of people have deconstructed for years now, but there's a lot going on there with him, and I think I could probably find one or two things that other people haven't yet talked about, so I'm really interested in that. Plus, it'll also be good with the new game coming out soon, so I'd quite like to look at that one. As for upcoming stuff, I actually have the scripts done for another gaming retrospective that I'd like to do. There's lots more game retrospectives that I'd like to do as well as game design material, but there's one in particular that I'd really like to do right now because I think it'll be a good template for future videos. However, that said, I've noticed that a lot of you are a bit resistant to watching that kind of content given the poor response to my Prey and Easy Mode videos. So, with regards to gaming retrospectives and game design stuff, I know people have been like, yeah, I want to watch that stuff, I want to listen to that stuff, but I've got no choice but to balance that out since YouTube is quite a huge part of my income right now. Again, see my health situation. And when I upload stuff, when I make these videos, it's taking about a week of solid work from, not even including the research, because that stuff can be done in conjunction with actually producing other videos. So, from writing a script to getting the material together, recording, and uploading, that can take about a week's worth of work alone, and I'm on my own doing this stuff. So it's not easy to try and sort of make a assembly line or pipeline style of working for me. I have been trying some stuff, like writing a few scripts and then recording the audio all at once, but in the long run, it doesn't really help out too much with making new content. And I know that a lot of YouTubers out there, even the ones where you sort of think it's just one guy working on it, no, they have people researching for them, they might have people getting video material for them, which is fine, they're able to do that, but I'm not. I have to do all of this stuff on my own, and sometimes I'm actually in quite a lot of pain because I work ridiculous length of time trying to get this stuff done. So I'm not trying to play, oh, woe is me here, I'm just literally saying how it is. There's a point where I get so physically exhausted, I just have to stop and take a break, and that is a problem for me trying to get stuff out to you and getting interest in my stuff and hopefully trying to make something out of this. And it's also a problem because for you guys as well, it means you're waiting a lot longer for content. So if it takes me a while to make something and I release it and it doesn't get anywhere near the response I was hoping for, it then really starts making me ask questions like, can I afford to keep doing this kind of content, if you understand that? So I do ask that you give these videos a chance because I think you'll find them enjoyable, especially if you have an interest in gaming, because I do try and make them as good as I possibly can, even if it's something that you're not that interested in. I will try and explain stuff and concepts and try and explain to you why I love this stuff and why I think this is really great. So hopefully I can make you excited and you as interested in it. Or even if you end up being like, this is something I'm not interested in, but thank you for explaining it in a way that I can understand. For example, I've read some reviews of games and it's been a game which I've ended up realising that game isn't for me, but the review was so good, it was so well written or put together, that I fully understood and gotten something from it, which is kind of what I want to do for some of these gaming retrospectives and what have you. So even if it's something that you might be like, I've got no interest in that, please give it a go, because I think you might get something from it, something that's worthwhile. Okay, so just one final thing, and then I think I'll wrap this up since I've been talking for quite a while now. The subject of do I have a Discord server keeps being brought up. So, again, I'm not against the idea of having a Discord server. I'm just really unsure what I do right now with one, as well as I've no idea how to set one up, or who should even have access to it, and how I should allow that access to it. So I'm a bit unsure as to how to go about it right now, so if you have any suggestions on that, again, please let me know in the comments, and I'll definitely give it a consideration, because, like I said, I love talking to you guys when I do a premiere, so I'm not against the idea of a Discord server, because I would like to chat to people outside of the comments on YouTube stuff, so and also outside of Twitter as well. Oh yeah, again, I've been very active on Twitter lately, so definitely give me a follow on there, and I'll probably send you a message or whatever if you want to get in touch with me that way. So yeah, that's an option. But anyway, yeah, Discord stuff, any suggestions, please let me know in the comments. So I think that's all I can say right now. Again, just a huge thank you for all the support lately. And if you do like my stuff and you do decide, yeah, go on then, I'll pledge you a one-off coffee, or you decide you want to support me in the channel in the long run, the options to do so are in the video description and in the pinned comment on this video. But again, like I say at the end of all my videos in that pre-recorded message, holds a weak thumbs up. Thank you for watching. That is the most important thing, and that really does mean the world to me. So thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again next time. Goodbye.